Flashbacks of the trauma she'd experienced at the beginning of a new school year taunted Cassie as she walked into her lecture on the first day at university. She was very much aware that she looked like a deer in headlights as she allowed her wide eyes to scan the student-filled auditorium, searching for someone to sit beside who didn't look quite so intimidating as the rest. A pretty dark-haired girl made a beeline for her and grabbed her hand. "Hi, I'm Davina, although you can call me Vina, as I'm pretty sure we're going to be best friends. Come on, there are 2 seats free over there." The insistent stranger tugged at Cassie's hand, and she followed willingly. Once they were seated, Vina looked at her expectantly. Realising she hadn't introduced herself yet, Cassie blushed as she did so. "Oh, sorry, I'm Cassie Montgomery, but most people call me Cassie." Vina held out her hand. "Fabulous to meet you, Cassie." They shook hands like they had just agreed on a serious business deal, not a new friendship. Vina began to chat to Cassie as if they had known each other for ages, and Cassie's nerves began to dissipate. "You have the most gorgeous hair, Cassie. I wish mine was blonde." The pretty young woman sighed. "Black hair is so dull." Cassie smoothed down her hair, surprised at the comment, seeing as she had literally dragged a brush through it before class. And add to that the surprisingly pleasant yet unfamiliar feeling brought about by the compliment. "Oh, thank you. But your hair is beautiful. So shiny." Her words carried the conviction she felt, and she was shocked that this perfect specimen of womanhood would want to change anything about herself. Vina shrugged. I guess we all want what we can't have, eh?" She followed this with a giggle. "Good grief, maybe I should be in a psych class instead of business and finance." She rolled her eyes. Cassie scrunched her brow as her stomach twinged. Poor Vina had clearly walked into the wrong class. Business and finance was in a whole other block. This was, in fact, comparative literature. She was about to point out Vina's mistake when she glanced towards the whiteboard at the front of the room. To her absolute horror, the words, "Business and Finance, Lecture 1, were emblazoned in black against the shiny, stark white. Her heart leapt. Before she could stand and dash out of the auditorium, a tall, slender, bespectacled man wearing a blue shirt and khaki trousers walked in, dropped his briefcase, and began firing jargonistic questions at the gathered students. Hands began to fly up in eagerness all around her, and Vina was frantically typing on her top-of-the-range laptop. Cassie leaned towards her new friend. "Vina," she whispered in a strangled panic. The raven-haired girl's eyes stayed focused on her screen. "I shouldn't be here." Vina turned to face Cassie and patted her arm. "Oh, don't say that, honey. We're all in the same boat. This is all a bit intense, but I'm sure it'll get easier. Don't forget it's only day 1. Just give it time." Feeling her cheeks heat to the point of near spontaneous human combustion, Cassie leaned closer still. "No, I mean I'm in the wrong bloody lecture. I thought this was a literature class." Vina's green eyes widened and she stared open-mouthed for a moment. "You're not kidding, are you?" Cassie cringed and shook her head. "No." "But how? I mean... Oh, God, Cassie, you nutcase!" Vina proceeded to fail at hiding her amusement at Cassie's ridiculous predicament. "OK, we need to get you out of here with your dignity intact." Cassie glanced around and was greeted with scowls from the other students, who were clearly unimpressed with the 2 new friends' lack of concentration. "Is there a problem, ladies?" The harsh voice of the tutor broke them from their whisperings. Yes, sir. I mean, Cassie has had an urgent email to say she needs to attend the front office immediately to sign some paperwork," Vina informed the man, who now stood, hands on hips, and with a line of irritation creasing his forehead. "Well, then you'd better go so I can get back to teaching, hadn't you?" he snapped as he glared at Cassie. She nodded.